Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very insanely special episode of the Tea Table. It's the first episode of Tea Table interviews, and I couldn't think of a better human being on this planet to interview than the man, the myth, the legend, the goat, Kash. If you're on Twitter and you're on Pokemon Twitter, you gotta know Kash is. If you don't, well, here's your introduction, and you're crazy. He's one of the best people out there. Not even talking about how good he is at playing. All the way from Santa Scorch to him recently winning an event with Charizard. Anybody that can win with Charizard, come on now. Charizard right there. But Kash wants you to tell us a little about you, how long you've been playing, what got you into playing, stuff like that.
Yep. Hello, everybody. I'm Kash. I'm from Singapore. I've actually been playing since base set, and then I stopped in 2003, 2004, just to focus on school and studies. And then I got back in, let's say, technically 2012 to play on PTCGO. Great system. But I got back to actual cards in 2015, 2016, and I've been playing ever since then. And here we are, still playing
Well, hey,
somehow.
it's a fun game, no matter what we have to play it on. PTCGO,
Eh,
live, whatever it is.
TCG
Uh,
one, whatever.
whatever. I love TCG1. I'll go all the way back to
Yeah.
Apprentice. I don't know if you ever played Apprentice or Cockatrice. That was
Yep.
like the very first iteration. We've come a long way, really, when you think about all
Yeah.
that. But you do play online a lot. I see you post. Did got fifth today, dang! But then won this other one. It feels like you play tournaments like every day. I know it's not every day, but it feels like it's every day. So you do have a lot of expertise on the Brilliant Stars format. So like, what do you think of how it has formed? You do run the PokeStats Twitter or help run it.
Yep.
Um, all the Arceus. Like,
24 of them.
are we now officially just living in Arceus's world?
I don't know. I don't think for me it feels like a triangle. It's like one week Ars is gonna do well, the next week Mew is gonna do well, the next week Rapid Strike's just gonna show up and kill everybody. And then when everyone's not suspecting it, Whimsicott shows up and does well. And we had like what? Gengar do well also? So it's like who's it's
So,
still hard to say, but
so,
I think Arceus is right there now. Yeah.
so like, because if you also see like, there's also just a lot of variants. It's not like, oh, it's an Arceus deck. I know what's happening. People are comparing it
Yeah.
to like Zoroark GX, how you could just put stuff. You just like
Yep.
Zoroark and this card looks cool. It doesn't really matter. Do you think how Arceus is going to be? Like, my very average VMAX or whatever, like, everybody wanted Valimar VMAX to be good. We were all hoping, and then rotation happened. I was like, well, that sucks. And Arceus said, well, guess what?
And
Like,
now it makes it work.
like if you have an average enough attack, I like Charizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how like I wonder if that's going to continue because I know there's like the Arceus like Inteleon and like Beedrill, which are like mostly straight Arceus, but it's got to be so hard to prepare because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you can see the Arceus and you have like, okay, well that's an Arceus, but what else is in
You have
there?
to
Because
wait
it
to
could
see
be
like a basic energy maybe,
yeah.
like
Even
to
if you see a dark energy,
you're
they're like,
like
is it Arceus Stelion or is it Arceus Crobat? Arceus Hoopa? Arceus Malama?
right,
You
like
still don't know.
it's crazy, and I wonder if there will ever be like a V Star. I think that's just going to be the best overall V Star.
I think
Like
so.
I don't know how
Yeah.
you like we've seen ones coming in the upcoming sets. I'm like, there, that's cool, but it doesn't do that.
I think the thing is because Arceus is just colorless, so it
Yeah,
just goes well for everybody. And
yeah.
that's why Zoroark was good because Zoroark just attacked for colorless energy and it worked with everybody. You have Zoroark Lycanroc, Zoroark Goddess Support, Zoroark Gardevoir, Zoroark
I played Zoroark
Garbodor,
Lucario at a regional
Zoroark
because it was it's like
Lucario.
what it just didn't matter.
Yeah, you just could make Zoroark work with anything. And I feel like it feels like Arceus is getting there. Like you got this guy, just pair with Arceus. Arceus would just charge everything up, and the next guy would just kill everything.
Now is
I
that
mean,
um
because I just
good?
even Gyarados VMAX. Like you can win games with Gyarados VMAX, Lycanroc VMAX, Charizard VMAX,
Corviknight
whatever
got
you
top
want to put.
16. I saw that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You just
Corviknight VMAX. Shout out to my man Kevin.
it's yeah. Do you think that's good or bad for the game overall?
I think it's good. Allows for many different decks, many different ways to build Arceus. Like not every Arceus deck is gonna be the same because first of all you have the Inteleon engine, you have the Bibarel engine, you have the Crobat engine, you have maybe not even any engine, and then even that you can just build with many different attackers: Duraludon, Malamar, Charizard, Gyarados, Togekiss. Just whoever you want, you can just build it with Arceus. It just allows for
Toxtricity.
all sorts
Someone
of
make Toxtricity.
yeah.
Someone just bring it out. Just
Absolutely, why not? Yeah, 260. I mean, why not?
yeah, why not? And then it also made like Beedrill more playable because you could just do mustard.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, I need two
because
cards. Oh, I could do it, and then look at that. You're knocked
yeah,
out.
because Starbuff just allows you to do well anything. Just get two cards. You could get Ultra Ball, clear everything out, get Mustard, put the Beedrill, and you're set. And your opponent's gonna be like, oh, yeah, I play special energies. I'm done for.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see with all the V's because we kind of know the next like few V's and stuff we're getting. It's gonna be interesting to
Yeah,
see if any of those compare or RC's just like I got the old buddies, it's fine. But a deck
yeah.
that I know you play that I don't think plays Arceus, Ice Rider.
I've only just started playing Arceus
Is
with
that
Ice Rider just
because
just
I know
recently.
you've played Ice Rider.
A lot, too
Yes.
much.
What do
Yeah,
you
that
think that's like a deck? Like a viable? Obviously, it's a deck, but like,
it is.
is it looking on the outside? Because it can one shot Arceus. Like that's it. That was like it's. I remember Arceus was coming out and was like, Ice Rider can just one shot it.
Yeah, because with Ice Rider, you can use 250. You got Choice Belt to hit 280. You got Two Scrapper to get rid of Big Charm. You got Inteleon
I've
Pings.
seen people play Leon.
Leon, yeah, you got a lot of ways to go Arceus. So Arceus is not really a problem. The problem is more the same old guy called Mew. So
Everyone's
that is
favorite.
the big problem. Yep.
Everyone's favorite Mew. We love
Because
Mew.
you think like, yeah, like we all thought like, okay, we figured out how to beat Mew. Let's just play Leon, Choice Belt, hit for 310. We're good. And now they're playing Oricorio. And we're like, okay, yeah, we can't one shot that.
Yeah,
So Mew just
I'm gonna be
they
interested to
just have fun.
see Mew's role going forward because I
Yeah,
would say it's not the best deck anymore. I just
maybe. Yeah, who
Arceus
knows?
stuff. You can't really say like Arceus blank, but like it just feels like Arceus. And then like next set, there's some dark Pokemon, more dark Pokemon,
And Dark Patch.
and Dark Patch. So it's gonna be interesting to see how
Yeah.
me. I was joking. Mew's gonna play Excelgor now because most of the dark Pokemon are weak to grass. they're just
I mean,
they're gonna pop an Excelgor
yeah,
into it and just be like, oh, gotcha, Darkrai, gotcha, Samurai. You know what you gonna do?
yeah. And
Malamar weak to grass, pretty sure.
you
I
got
think.
the tablet to make Exolgo do
Yeah,
even more damage.
exactly. Who knows what
So
Mew
why not?
will
Yeah,
do, and who knows what Mew's going to do the rest of the season at Worlds or anything like that. But
yeah.
oh, good.
I mean, Mew can afford that kind of like one space. We already saw Mew play Jolteon in Bilbao, so just take out the Jolteon, put in Excelgo. You're done.
Yeah, and it's a one prize attacker, which is really great, and we all love that in Mew. We all love having to deal with the one prize.
Yes, we love
It's our favorite.
especially
It's our favorite thing
especially
we have to.
Meloetta.
Oh yeah, that
Oh yeah,
it's
love it.
you're riding. It's a wild wave when your opponent goes second, and you sit there and oh, that's your third chromatic heads. That's nice. I'm so
You're
happy.
sitting there for 10 minutes. You're like,
I'm gonna
am
go
I gonna get?
I'm gonna go get a sandwich. You go
I'm
ahead.
like, okay, yeah. Here's my drink. Are you done yet? Just having your Genesect, sure.
Yeah, it's
Cram hits, yeah. VIP,
blah blah
yeah.
blah blah blah, and then
Energy,
they're shocked, like, oh, I didn't get what I needed. You drew 37
yeah.
cards. What do you mean you didn't get what you need?
That actually happened to me this weekend. I'm like, wow, they actually whiffed.
It's a
Okay,
rare sight.
it's a rare sight, and
Yeah,
I still lost.
yeah, you'd be like that. But
Yeah,
so we'll see how many does rest of the season worlds. Speaking of worlds, it's
Yeah,
not exactly easy for you to qualify for Worlds. Most people, I don't know how are aware, but they did, I believe, like change the system, or you're in a different system now than you were before. If you want
yeah,
to inform us, what the hell's going on?
you're right. So you know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna look at Pokestats just to remind myself what thing
Sure.
is. All right. So yeah, the thing is, we used to be under TPCI, under the Oceania region. So it's like Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand. We were all together. And then I think last year we got separated. So now Oceania is just Australia, New Zealand. Then Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, all of Asia are now under TPC Japan. And because now we're under TPC Japan, we don't have the wonderful thing called championship point. So that's all gone. That's 109 points I will never see again. So
So
now we have to do like this new system. I hope this new system is actually just temporary because this new system is where to qualify for Worlds, you have to finish top four in championship, nationals, whatever you want to call it. But to get to nationals, you have to win a shop qualifier, you have to win another qualifier, and then the top 12 will play out in a top cut playoff for the championship, and the top four goes to Worlds. First place gets day two, the second, third, fourth gets day one. Four people. That's it.
that's that's the thing. Um, I'll be honest, it sounds
Yeah.
crappy. I'll be 100% with you.
Oh,
That
I missed out the best part
oh, okay.
because we're under TPC now.
Hmm.
We play best of one, not best of three.
Yes, they do
Best of one.
best of one in Japan. They do. They are
Yeah,
known for their best of one, and you can't tie,
yeah. You
or
can't
you both
tie.
lose.
So it's best of one, 25 minutes. If game ends in time, double game loss,
So
which is what actually happened to me. Funnily enough.
that
So
sucks.
yeah,
I don't. I wish I was like I'm gonna have some great respect. That just sucks. And I
I'm
don't know why. Did they
I
ever say why they did that? Like why
no,
they moved you? Or they just? Because I remember when the thing came out, everyone like first,
I've
we
never
thought
heard
of
of it.
you, and we were like,
Yeah,
well, this is the worst. So was last weekend your only chance?
yeah, that's it. One shot,
So it
that's
was
it.
done. I remember you messaging, you're like, there's a Lucario here, and then it was.
Yeah, we had like so what they did was they had a thing where we all had to enter
Mm-hmm.
192 of us to be placed all around Singapore in like say one session will have four of us. We play best of one round robin, so we play against each other three times,
All
and the
right,
winner moves on to the next stage. So, because I was reading the whole thing, I'm like, okay, we submit decks on the day itself.
right.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna choose the very last day so I can have enough time to practice, find deck, and then go for it.
Yeah.
And they changed their rules
Oh, all
two
right.
days before the 2 days before the event started. They said no, you have to submit the deck list on Friday. The Friday before the Friday, no, wait, actually, the Friday during EUIC.
Wow.
So then I was like, oh, I gotta find a deck now.
that's that's something.
Yeah,
That's
so that Thursday and Friday, I was just figuring out, okay, well, I gotta find something right away. And luckily for me, I was talking with Mr. Luke Mosa, good dude. He gave me a list. I just built it from there and just went with that. And I just submitted the list. I'm like, ah,
I
okay,
guess
yeah,
this is what I
whatever.
gotta play. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I changed was I add in Echoing Horn because best of one, they
Yeah.
might not see coming. So that was like a surprise play for best of one. So they might just play because they're not expecting Echoing Horn in RC. So I thought, okay, I got that in my back pocket just in case. Never played it.
Sure, but that's just how techs be like that. But
Yeah.
that is I'm sorry for you and everyone who now has to deal with that. Who a year ago was
Yeah.
like, oh, we got championship points, we'll have a regional or whatever. Now you gotta have a like
Yeah.
3-stage best of one round robin qualifying thing.
Yeah.
That sounds
And
terrible. It's just
it sounds terrible.
it
Because best of
feels
one is
terrible. Best of one's its own
best.
thing.
Yeah, best of one is just very. How do I say it? Very punishing. You're not allowed to have bad hands. You have one bad hand.
Oh,
That's it.
open Luminion V.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
My dream is over. Like,
if you lose one game, your whole tournament might be over already, which is such a horrible feeling. Because that happened to me.
yeah, it's got to be. It's like when you're doing like the online tournaments. You're just like, wow, I open my Crobat or whatever. Like and then
Yeah.
next round,
But
I
the thing
guess.
is, yeah, the thing is with these online tournaments, like you got 7 or 6 rounds, you still got time to at least come back.
Yeah,
You only have 3 rounds this one.
yeah, that's even crazier.
Yeah.
That's well,
And
you good.
yeah, it's just best of one, so it's like it's very punishing. You can't afford even a bad hand. And it's really rubbish when, from what I've heard already,
Hmm.
big name players are already out. People like Joey Ho, people have heard of him. Jitmin Lim, I'm sure people have heard of him. Colin Tang, I'm sure people have heard of him. Primetime Wizard Wancho Saldana from Philippines, he's on Twitch. People have heard of him. All out after stage
One
one.
bad hand.
Yeah, they're all out
That's
because of just one bad day.
you hear that, Japan? If you're watching this right now, this random YouTube interview podcast thing, what are you doing? You just
Yeah,
take that. You just were like, you're part of us now. Also, here's your terrible qualification system. It's like if you live in Japan, I feel like this is just how it's always been. So you're like, oh, that's nothing.
I
Whatever.
think Japan, but I think Japan is different. I have no idea how the others work because I heard they have CP and then I heard they don't have CP. And I know, like, for them is the winners of their Champions League get a qualifying
Yeah, because they just had
role.
one, like just last
Y-
weekend.
Yeah, in Yokohama, yeah. But I mean, I've always asked people, I still don't know how Japan's system works.
I do
But I know
know.
it's like,
Good.
yeah. No, you're good. You go ahead.
Oh, I say I do know. Someone had tweeted like their friend was 7-0 and lost, and then bubbled out of top 16 with one loss or whatever. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's
Ima-
that's unfortunate. Like, right? You're just like, I'm undefeated. Lost one. It's fine. Oh, I got 17th
Yeah.
now.
Just imagine that undefeated, lost one time, and that kicks you out of your shot of making worlds.
I feel like it's got to affect deck building.
Yeah, it definitely does because it's best of one. What do? You want to make your deck as consistent as possible. You can't dead draw. You can't miss a beat. You have to get everything right. Like, I mean, if it really affected me because I have ways I build my deck, and then like for this event, I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I have everything in my deck that works. Any cute tech, I'll just cut it out. Like, I've seen everyone play three Drizzle, so for me, I'm like, well, I want to make sure I don't miss it, so I put in a fourth Drizzle just to make sure.
Yeah, thing you got to
So
build it.
yeah,
You got to do different things because you only got that one chance. You can't be like, well, I got this awkward start.
exactly.
It's fine. I got game 2 and 3. Well, you don't.
Yeah, you don't have a game 2 or 3. You're like, okay, well, awkward start. Is there a way I can come back from this? Maybe I can make some different plays. Maybe I can stall, boss stall something, build up my board or something. Just wait for them to make a mistake, and then maybe you can come back. But you only have that one game, 25 minutes or so, and just that's all you have. You don't even have extra 3 turns. That's it.
Oh, just
Finish it
whenever
in
the
25.
last turn
Yeah,
is like the last turn.
Yeah. So this is what happened to me in my round one. Played against a Mew. I was left with one prize to go, and the judge, for some reason, announced like, "Okay, players, you have 2 more minutes."
Okay.
And it just went over to my opponent's turn.
Well, they just took 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah, exactly. So that I mean, Mew, they can do a lot
Sure.
of things in two
Yeah.
minutes. So I'm just like right there waiting, waiting. Like, right, I just have one turn, one prize left. I have my Arceus ready. I just need to get that one turn. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Just say, okay, time is up. And just when Judge said time is up, my opponent was like, attack. Then it's like, oh. So we were both like, wait, what happens now? The judge is like, well, did you announce attack before time call? No. Okay, well, the game ends there on his turn. So I never got my one turn to get my last prize. And because of that, double game
You're
loss
just both
for
out.
both of us. Yeah. So we were both at a disadvantage for the next 2 rounds because we both got the game lost. Just because best of one.
All right then. That sure do be a thing that exists, I guess.
Yeah, but the funny thing is the Mew guy actually did end up winning our pot
Oh,
because
okay.
he
Just beat the other people.
the, the second guy, the one that I told you about the Lucario,
Hmm.
it's just a new deck, Lucario, Bibarel, they didn't set up.
Yeah.
The deck was, new player kind of deck. Like they're just trying to be cute, Riolu, Lucario, Bibarel, nothing. And he got dunked by the Mew player and then got dunked by my Arceus.
That person did not have a good time.
Yeah, I mean he's a new player. He was just there to try
Sure,
his
they're
luck.
just there
So like,
because, hey, I may as well play.
yeah, I mean new system, why not?
Yeah, give it a shot.
And then the other one was the weirdest freaking psychic deck I've ever seen.
All right.
It had Whimsicott, Shadow Rider, Dragapult, Alcremie, all of them in one deck.
Love that.
Yeah, he got donked by Mew in round two,
Poor.
so I had to play against him round three. And if you remember Shadow Rider's V attack, it's the one that stops me from attaching energy.
Yeah.
I'm playing Arceus, Moltres, Inteleon.
Yeah.
First hand of mine, and I've got Arceus, I've got Sobble, I've got everything, no energy. I'm like, okay, awkward,
Yeah.
but I've got research. Even though I have to throw away Avery, Marnie, and Boss
All right.
because my hand was that awkward. Like, well, I gotta try. I have to find an energy. Research four supporters away, still no energy.
Uh oh.
And so because of that, they got the Shadow Rider, did the
Yeah.
thing, blocked the
I think it's
energy.
Shadow Mist or something,
Shadow Mist, yeah.
or one of those, something like that.
And it gets better. So I tried to did the thing where, I did Moltres, energy switch, put an energy. I'm like, okay, I play 6 basic energy, I should be fine.
Yeah.
I did Trinity Nova, I checked, I priced 3 basic energy. I'm like, oh,
Well,
that's bad.
that's a lot.
That's a lot of energy price. So I could only attach one energy to my Arceus behind. I'm like, okay, because that other Arceus was gonna get knocked out anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did not have a good time.
Doesn't sound like a good time. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, like if that was a best of three, I'll be like, okay, well, I'll just scoop the first game,
Yeah, you just
move
got another
on.
one. Move on.
Because 3 basic energies price, I have a bad start. Move on. I'll just move to the next game. I got time to win games 2 and 3. You can't do that in best of one. You're stuck with that. Work with that. That's it.
Well,
Yeah, and that's
uh,
why my whole season is done.
seems like it's gonna be a bumpy road for you. I'm gonna be honest.
Yep.
Hopefully,
So
I don't know how they got acquired your region, but hopefully
I just hope they change
Pokemon
it.
Company International can get it back.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
was there behind the scenes. We have no idea, but very least, at least best 2 out of 3.
yeah.
Uh,
I
Hopefully, at
the
least,
thing is, we've always played best of three. Even in our local games, we still play best of three because that's how
yeah.
Pokemon should be played. So we've always played best of three, but then for some reason, now that we're under TBC Japan, we gotta follow them. So that's we got not our hands are tied. We have to follow whatever they say.
Yep, you are under their jurisdiction now, whether it is good or bad.
Yeah,
That
I
is,
mean it is bad. According to me, it's bad. I'm like, well, nothing I can do about it. I'm unfortunately born here, so
yeah, not much you could do,
all
but you know what? I know you'll win one next season, I guess. There's no more this season, right? Was that the only
yeah,
one?
that's
That
it.
was the only one, right?
My yeah, that's it. We only have one. Everyone is entitled to just one qualifier, and that's it.
That's yeah, okay. That's even crazier.
So technically, I have no shot of going to Worlds this year. That's it. I have no reason to touch Pokemon cards at all
Yeah, why?
until September.
Your whole thing just in one swoop.
In just 1 hour, the whole season was done.
That is unfortunate, and I hope they could fix that somehow. And I
I
hope
just
we
hope
get to
they.
see you hosting a World's Trophy in the next year or two. You let someone else win London. I understand. Maybe let Henry Brand be like the 14 time in a row world champion at this point. Because they've been the reigning champion
Um,
for a few years.
or Mr. Josh Hader.
But I do want to thank you for joining and telling us how much it
All right.
sucks. But is there anything you want
Yeah.
to shout out, plug here before the end? Any people you want to shout out?
Well, first of all, you for having me on, because I mean, uh, you could have gone with anybody else, and you chose me. So, I mean, I appreciate that. And just all of all the people who follow me, like they usually are really nice. So I appreciate that. They make it more fun for me to play Pokemon online, offline, chat with them, talk to them. Even though I don't get to play Pokemon, I still want to at least be involved with it because of all the guys and girls that I got to know from Pokemon. So shout out to everybody, I guess.
That's the best shout out of all
And you.
time. Everybody. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody got shout outs.
yeah. I
Again,
mean,
thank you so much for gracing me with your presence. If you're watching this video, drop a like for Cash, not for me. Comment below how much of a fan you are of Cash or any questions you might have, and I can relay them to him. You see our Twitter ats right there. Make sure you go follow. He does run PokeStats. If you want to know anything about Pokemon, there's a guy right here. Look for his weekly tournament wins after he goes 3-3. He does love that. Shout out to Charmander in the background. I want to thank
best
everybody
boy.
everybody for watching the first episode of Tea Table Interviews, and I will see you guys next time.